Today, we're going to break down a really powerful fable about confronting the things that scare you the most. It's a fantastic story that asks one simple question, and it's a big one. So let's start right there. Think about that for a second. This question, it really gets to the heart of the story we're about to explore. And honestly, it's a challenge that I think every single one of us faces from time to time. Okay, let's dive in. Our story starts, as many do, deep in a forest. And we meet our main character, a kind-hearted rabbit, who runs into a small, everyday problem, one that's about to spiral into something much, much bigger. So our rabbit is having a pretty lucky day. He finds this huge carrot, which is his absolute favorite food and a super rare treat in this forest. But, on his way home, he slips, and his prized carrot gets swept away by a river. He's heartbroken, he's exhausted, and in that moment, he just gives up. Now, this is where things really start to escalate. He's returning home, totally defeated by that small loss, and he discovers his day is about to get a whole lot worse. His safe space, his home, his cave, it's not his anymore. You can just imagine the feeling of dread. He calls out into the darkness, "Who has entered my cave?" Silence. He shouts again, a little louder this time, and the response he gets is something he never, ever could have imagined. Whoa. This terrifying, thundering voice just echoes out from the darkness. A voice promising absolute, total destruction. And the small rabbit is, as you can imagine, completely paralyzed with fear. So the terrified rabbit does what any of us would do. He runs to get help. And one by one, the mightiest, toughest animals in the entire forest answer the call, and every single one of them is supremely confident that they can handle this mysterious intruder. First up, we have the wolf, just full of pride. Then comes the tiger, relying on his powerful roar. After him, an angry rhino, totally insulted by the threat. And finally, the mighty elephant, the very symbol of power in this forest. But it doesn't matter. Each time, no matter what they try, a confident growl, a fierce roar, an angry charge, they're met with that same bone-chilling threat roaring out from the creature hiding in the darkness of the cave. And what's so interesting here is how clearly this lays out the pattern, right? Brute force, confidence, anger, even sheer raw might, all of it was completely useless. Every single one of these powerful animals heard that threat and immediately turned and ran away in terror. So, at this moment of just total hopelessness, when all the strongest animals have been defeated, a new and very, very different challenger appears. Just think about that image for a second. The most powerful animal in the forest, the one literally mentioned in the threat, has been completely defeated by nothing more than a voice. Fear has totally conquered strength. And this just illustrates the contrast so brilliantly. Just as the largest creature has fled, the absolute smallest one steps forward. The rabbit, of course, doubts him, saying, "You can't possibly help," but the frog simply says, "I still want to try." And here's the crucial point. The frog's power wasn't physical at all. He wasn't relying on some big reputation. His power was his courage. And this gets at something so real, right? Our minds often build up a threat to be way, way bigger than it actually is. The elephant ran from the idea of the monster. The frog? He went to see what was actually there. The frog just hops a little closer and calls out, "Come out and face me." And when the creature finally emerges, trembling, it's a tiny little caterpillar. Its small voice, amplified by the echo chamber of the cave, created this grand illusion of immense power. It's a perfect metaphor for how our own minds can act as echo chambers, amplifying these small worries into terrifying monsters. This amazing reveal leaves us with 3 really powerful takeaways. See, it's more than just a good story, it's a practical framework for how we can handle our own fears. So let's break down those 3 crucial lessons this story teaches us. First, deal with the lost carrots, those small frustrations, before they leave you feeling defeated and vulnerable to much bigger fears. Second, when you do face a huge problem, approach it with a frog's courage to actually investigate, not just the elephant's brute strength. And third, and this is a big one, remember that running away, like the wolf and the tiger did, never actually solves anything. So we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. What problem in your own life might just be a small caterpillar,
whose roar seems so much bigger and scarier than it really is.